What's good, everybody? This your big homie, Mr. Synchronicity. Welcome back to another powerful, divine, metaphysical video. In this video, I'm going to be going over part 2 of Synchronicity. Since my last video done so well, everybody was requesting that I do a part 2 of the different signs of synchronicities. And these videos that I'm making is used to help you and to aid you in your everyday life, your everyday journey. And what I want to do with this video, I want to go more deeper into some different signs of synchronicity, because there's different levels to this, and I want to go into more detail, more depth, and I want to crack the spiritual and the genetic code of synchronicity. So with that said, let's get it. So in this video, we're going to be talking about 9 different signs of synchronicity. So the first sign of synchronicity is going to be synchronicity of the mirror effect, or what I like to call hypersynchronicity. So pretty much the mirror effect or hypersynchronicity is when the universe decides to reflect or mirrors your every thought, action, and deed. So whatever you can be thinking, doing, or feeling, the universe will put that exact energy in your proximity. So a perfect example of the perfect mirror effect is that you can be watching TV and then you can decide to go into the kitchen, get a piece of fruit like an apple or an orange, come back, somebody's on TV with the exact same fruit that you got in your hand, and they could be holding that same fruit in the same hand. Now you tell me, how wild is that? So that's just one small example on how the universe goes into hypersynchronicity, and it starts to mirror your reality. It starts to bounce back your own reality to you. Now this doesn't have to always be with TV shows. It can be done with video games. Like, for example, I remember I was playing Final Fantasy. This is many years ago. I think it was Final Fantasy X. And then I got a new sword, and then my brother come in the house, and then he got a real sword, and that was just like how the universe just slightly mirrored itself. So what tends to happen when you have mirror synchronicity or hypersynchronicity, it's almost like the hands of a clock lines up on the same number, like 12-12, both the long hand and short hand. Everything lines itself up so perfectly that the universe starts to mirror itself. Now let me give you another quick example. This happened to me months ago. I pulled up to the 7-Eleven. I was taking my break at my gym. And when I pulled up, there was another car that pulled up. It was my exact same make and model and year pulled up right beside me. And we have to take notes when things like this happens, because you are in full hypersynchronicity mode. And so I got out, and this person got out, and everything was like timing. Even though this person's not my doppelganger, but everything was being mirrored back to me. And then this happened again when I was going to work for the first part of my day, because at my job I work splits. And tell me why I saw my exact color, my exact same make and model of my car right behind me. And then on top of that, I seen another version of my car intersect me, dive straight out in front of me. Now these are all ways I've taken before. The universe was showing me multi-reflections of myself by showing me that, look, even though you're in your vehicle, we are slowly reflecting your universe back at you. So when that happens, you need to know that you exist not only on a physical level, but also a mental level, a spiritual level, an energy level, because your bioenergetic field is being projected out to the universe, and the universe is mirroring it around you. It's bouncing back whatever you put out at a very fast rate. It's like the speed of light. So just keep this in mind, that our phones is also the perfect synchronicity divination tools at our disposal when it comes to like angel numbers, repeated numbers, or even mirroring something back at us. So that's the first sign. So the next sign of synchronicity is the synchronicity of movement, moving directionally. And so what I mean by this is that whenever you step inside your time machine, which I'm referring to as your car, every time you get behind the wheel and you drive up to 60 miles per hour, 80 miles per hour, depending on how you feeling, what's going inside your mind, what you've been going through, what your circumstances are, you can gravitate things to you at a much faster rate. And what I mean by that is that you are becoming like a moving magnet whenever you inside your vehicle. So think about the things you want to attract in your life. And I promise that you will start to see all types of signs and symbols while you're driving on the road. Now the universe will give you guidance. For example, while I was trying to build up my personal training business at my current gym, I kept seeing the license plates that says blessed, successful, understanding, or understand. I also saw phone numbers on the building that ended in quadruple eights. Now we all know that quadruple eights means abundance of money, abundance of doing something we love. So keep in mind that when you driving your vehicle, and I do not promote speeding, you are pulling things towards you. So you must keep your mind and your heart pure. Don't be out here wilding out, guys. Don't be out here having a guilty conscience. Don't be out here having ulterior motives, because that car, what's happening, it's bending space-time continuum. It's bending your reality. It's going to start to distort things, which means that things can become star-crossed and star-struck when you're doing this particular type of synchronicity quantum jumping to your goals. So, and when I say keep a pure heart, try to attract things you want. Don't have that negative energy, because you're going to get things that you do not want. And I promise you guys, things are going to start popping up in your reality. So when you're on the road, make sure you focus and try to attract the things you want. And let me tell you this, I got to add this on. Synchronicity makes edits to your life to help you get to your goals. That's right. Synchronicity helps your life like God's divine hands, like he's cutting up footage, helping you get to where you need to get to. Synchronicity does edit your life. And things, like I say, things will go faster and faster when you're in a vehicle and you trying to manifest and will things into being. So just be mindful that you become a magnet in a vehicle, whether you're trying to manifest things sitting down or you moving in traffic. Now we on to number 3, synchronicity of parallel events. So whenever there's 2 unrelated events or more, each event will have a meaning connection to another. Both events can be so completely different in its totality, but somewhere it lies a underlying connection. Now, I'm going to give y'all a prime example of what's been going on in my life, or 2 parallel events that was so close in relation, it was a real synchronistic experience. So we going back to like the end of November, December, somewhere around that time, November, December, 2 months. It was so cold outside. This is event 1, that my car would not start. And when it's very cold outside, the cold weather kills your car battery cells. So I had to call my ex-girlfriend over to give me a jump. And as she gave me a jump, I looked out for her. I threw her $20 for coming out her way into this freezing cold weather. Because I feel like if I'm going to have somebody come help me, I'm going to throw them some money. I'm going to throw them a lick. So she helped my car get back started. Also, that same day, I was seeing the number 227. Now, let me tell you how the next event is parallel. So you can say maybe less than 13 days later, I'm driving up to work. My car battery wind up dying again. For one, it's very cold outside again. But that night previous, I gave my ex-girlfriend $20 from my Christmas money that I received from my clients. This time she didn't come save me. My cousin, he was already at the gym. He gave me a boost. But it's so funny that both events had similar connections. Both events, it was both cold outside. The second thing, my car battery died. Third thing, there's $20 in place. And then the fourth thing is I saw the number 227 3 or more times before each time I had trouble with my vehicle. And another thing is my ex-girlfriend was around that time frame when it happened. So you tell me, what do you think about this synchronistic thing that's going on? It's two different events, two different dates, and it was so close in relation that each event has such similar meaning connections to each other. And I can go all the way back to title boxing. Right before I quit, we had a former employee. She quit before me. Her name on Instagram was her name with the number 227 tag. And then he shorted my final check and gave me $227.44, which, by the way, I won my case. And I'm going to talk about it later down in one of the numbers of the other synchronicities. So yeah, so you can have these parallel events that's mirror and reflects back each other. You think they different, but they are so similar. The fourth sign of synchronicity is the synchronicity of transformation, the waking of Chronos. That's right, the waking of Chronos. So in this synchronicity, I want to let y'all know, and this may happen to a lot of people out there. Do you ever find yourself waking up in the middle of the night at the same particular time? Or you can even wake up every hour on an hour. And it's like you felt very sleepy, then all of a sudden 2 or 3 hours go by and boom, you waking up somewhere between 2 and 5 a.m. in the morning. So listen to me carefully, guys. I'm about to be Morpheus on this. Morpheus from the Matrix. Whenever you wake up at the same time every day without any alarm going off, that means something big is about to transform in your life. Your new future is being built. Ripples of events from the choices you made are starting to shape into your future reality. That's right. So whenever you waking up just randomly in the middle of the night, notice there's something that happened in your future reality. So if you're waking up every day at 3:33, just know the energy you put out is also making you a new possible reality. Now, this happened to me for a year straight, and I had a very big change. You can also have some type of intense waking up every hour on an hour, and it can get very annoying. Like me, for the past couple of months, I kept waking up at 2:27. Not every night. It seemed like every other night or every 2 nights. That was kind of like the broken rhythm of it. And that was the time frame. And it was always so hard for me to go back to sleep because I had so much energy. And when you have so much energy, when you wake up like that, when your sleep is broken, just notice this, that energy is being released into the universe and you slowly putting a glitch in your own reality. That's right. You slowly putting a glitch in your own reality. You're breaking the matrix, or you're breaking the code when you're waking up at these synchronistic times. Now, I'm going to give y'all something that happened to me, I'm going to say about 10 years ago when I was trying to be a music producer. Now, I kept waking up at the same time. I think it was somewhere like 3:30 in the morning. And I started to feel like there was something greater I was supposed to be doing. I had a higher purpose. There was a higher calling I need to fulfill. So after waking up multiple nights in a row, I had a dream of Tupac. And it was like Tupac was in this, it looked like a parking lot structure. There was a lot of white birds around. And it was crazy. I had this dream. And he said, "Get up. Don't you got work to do?" Now, when he said that, I woke right up. The dream was so vivid, so real, that I returned to my laptop. I started learning my music programming, was practicing my music theory, so I can start making these hip hop trap beats and these R&B and Bruno Mars type beats. And if you fast forward it, like 2 years later, I made some of my best money online by selling beats, teaching people how to make beats, selling drum kits for like 4 years straight, making passive income. I wasn't even personal training anymore. I was training myself, but I was at the house chilling, just collecting money, making money in my sleep. And that's why I mean by this is the synchronicity of transformation, when you keep waking up in the middle of the night for no apparent reason. You don't have any health conditions. There's nothing wrong, but you just keep popping up. And that's a form to let you know that your future is about to change in a very big way. I know, right? That's deep. That's some matrix stuff right there. So we on to the fifth kind of synchronicity, which is auditorial or speaking type of synchronicity. So what I mean by this is that whenever somebody speaks a key word or a key phrase or say an angel number back at you, things will tend to miraculously happen in your life. Like, I don't know if y'all watched my video on how I manifested money with my angel number 27, but I'm about to really go into depth in this one. So one example is that I heard the number 27, and every time I hear the number 27 spoken by other people, money always comes my way. This is money I do not have to work for. The universe sends this to me. Now, money is nothing but moon energy. So this is a good example, and it's just happened. I was at the front desk of my job, and one of my general managers spoken about a member said he didn't, or he haven't been to the gym in over 27 years, or just about 27 years. And I was thinking in my mind, like, I got some clairvoyance going on. I knew he was going to say the number 27 before he even decided to speak it. So I predict what he was going to say in that particular nature. Also, I was able to see and hear other forms of my angel number, like waiting for a pizza. They'll say, you have 27 minutes before your pizza's up, or there's 27 seconds left on the clock. Or I have my best body or my best physique at the age of 27. Even when I was watching the news, I hear the news reporters say the police have been out here officially 27 minutes. Man, it's been getting so deep. So I'm just going to drop this little knowledge about, for those who believe angel numbers is demon numbers. So angel means messenger and numbers means from the universe. And when you put it together, it just particularly means message from the universe. Numbers hold these type of vibrations, and they become even more powerful when people speak your angel number back at you. Now, the day you were born, for example, me, I was born April 27th, 427. If you keep hearing that number over and over again, you're going to have something big and miraculous happen to you. Now, I'm going to give you this last example on this one. But before I do, I'm going to say this. People can be speaking key phrases to you, such as pain is only temporary. Pain is of the mind. Strength is your greatest asset. Whatever words people use when you was a kid all the way until you was grown or to a young adulthood, these certain words and numbers will shape your reality or magnetize things and bring things and pull things to you. So my new love interest was reading something, and she was also watching something on TV and listening to a song. And over 3 to 4 times out of these 3 different mediums, she heard the word synchronicity. Before she met me, the word synchronicity never existed until I started to speak it to her. And now the word synchronicity started to slowly find her and slowly reveal itself in her life. But back then, before we met, the word synchronicity never existed in her reality until I came along. Now, the word synchronicity is one of her new key words. Now I just want you guys to be mindful whenever someone speaks back your key word, your key phrase, your key angel number or repeated number, know something is going to happen. You're going to be able to magnetize or gravitize and pull something to you. It's going to happen. And by me saying it, I'm putting it out there in the universe and I'm giving you that validation you need. Now we're on to the sixth sign of synchronicity, which is the synchronicity of unique numbers and your birthday number. So the last time or the last video, I did the synchronicity of repeated numbers and angel numbers. And I just want to let y'all know there's different levels to these numbers in the synchronicity game. So to tie into the last sign of synchronicity, the synchronicity of auditory and speaking, these two things relate to each other in so many powerful ways. So just recently, I've been seeing my birthday, which is April 27, which is 427. So as I got my birthday on an Audie's receipt, something miraculous happened today. Now let me tell you guys what happened. I just received my lawsuit money from Title Boxing. This all happened within a 2-week span. So I went to Audie's, purchased 3 items, and then my birthday came out in the receipt. And as you can see, I have the check. The owner, he was so bitter, he was telling me to stay in my own lane. But that was my words for him because he was overstepping his boundaries. Like, listen, I have my degree in this fitness, kinesiology, and sports medicine. I have multiple certifications. The only thing you have is just opening up a business. You're not even qualified to teach such fitness, boxing, or health. And I was trying to tell him that's why you got to stay in your own lane. Because me and him, we had some very intense friction and energy between us. So the reason why I got this check, the universe gave me this check because it's a return of my energy. Now, it doesn't feel like a very big victory, but is a victory nonetheless. This was the first time I saw the number 227 when that joker shorted me my last paycheck. And now the universe and synchronicity has done an auto correct by showing me, hey, your birthday, 427, 427. I saw it on digital displays. I saw it on the receipt. I saw it on my phone with the weather. Like the time was 4:44 and the weather was 27 degrees. So let's break this down. So whenever you see your birthday, notice something big is going to happen in your life. Something is going to change in a major way. And to let you know, things is going to be on its way, like my lawsuit money. Your birthday coming out is the validation of also a victory, or something special is about to happen to you. You about to get a new job, new money, new opportunities. You about to be back into a new positive space, free from all negativity. So this is one of the main reasons why your birthday is coming out on a receipt, or you see it on a digital display, or license plates. Seeing your birthday is a product of confirmation that something miraculous is about to happen in your life. So guys, pay attention. Always be in tune with the universe. Stay woke. Do not keep falling back asleep behind the wheel. Always stay conscious. And also, I'm going to do a video on being in an awakened state at all times. The seventh sign of synchronicity for this video is the synchronicity of deviation. So this is a powerful one right here because deviation sync can lead you down a whole different timeline or a different path with obstacles you must overcome. Now, for example, I'm a strong believer in following routine. Always take your same way to work. Never deviate from your path. Also, I like to call whichever way you go to work or you go to school, I like to call you leaving an energetic spiritual trail path. Now I want to give you an example of something that happened to me because I deviated from my normal routine. So 2 Saturdays ago, I was supposed to be at work at 1 p.m. But my client that was scheduled to be at 1 p.m., he asked me if he can move his time slot an hour earlier. And right then and there is when the universe starts to push back. Yes, the universe will push back. So I decided to go to work at noon to train him for an hour-long session. Everything was all cool when I got to the nearby Kroger's, because there's a Kroger's right by my gym. And all I wanted to do was grab a Mountain Dew because I was doing a long water fast and I was coming around the 20-hour mark. And I'm like, I'm going to need energy for my last 2 to 3 clients. So as I pulled up to the side of this red car and as I was opening my door, the wind was so powerful, so strong, that it took my whole door from my hand, making me hit someone rearview mirror and putting a crack in it. Now, normally I never stop at a Kroger's to get a Mountain Dew. I always get it beforehand. And this was a very windy day. Then I started working out with my love interest after I finished training all my clients. And this is the second thing. And as I began to use the Smith machine, because we was going to do some Smith machine bench press, the Smith machine is supposed to be the safest machine when doing any form of compound movement. So we doing pyramids on a bench press. I work all the way up to 245 on the Smith machine. So the first rep, I was able to get up very easy. But the second rep on the machine, the left arm of the Smith machine got jammed up and I got stuck with 245 on a Smith machine. What is the chances of that ever happening? I never ever got stuck with 245 on bench press. I haven't got stuck in years, okay, when trying to lift heavy. So the Smith machine jammed up and there was this guy, he always at the gym, he helped get the weight off me. So what I had to do was I had to correct the deviation before I went any further. And how I did that was I had to stop, think, take time to reflect, and remember that I broke my routine. I broke my energetic, karmatic, spiritual trail path. Now, if I didn't catch it in place, I could have had a third thing happen to me. The universe will push back for a third time. Now, the weather outside was very cold and nippy, but the universe gave me some improbable events that which won't normally happen. Now, this always happened to me whenever I broke routine. But I was so shocked that the way how things played out. And I'm like, the wind took the door from my hand. I get stuck with 245 on a Smith machine. I never got stuck before. So yeah, be careful on deviation sinks. Be very careful. Always try to keep your same routine. I always try to chase the money. Sometimes that messed me up. But I want y'all to be very mindful of the choices you made. And other people can reflect and put you down a different timeline just by if somebody changed their time. And I'm going to do a video on another deviation sink that happened to me back when I was in high school. It's very deep. So this next type of synchronicity is the synchronicity of energy cleansing. The universe can cleanse bad energy from you and those around you. First, let's start with the energy cleansing within you. You can be living a life to where your lower self is running wild. Your lower self is taking control of your reality. To whereas you're not living life to your fullest potential, to where you was just out here existing, probably due to circumstances such as picking a crappy job for the sake of money, when deep down you know that particular job is not good for your well-being, your emotional state, physical state, mental state, spiritual state. The same goes with picking a sexual partner or picking a particular mate. This person is not your soulmate. You just using them for their body. The only connection y'all have is a sexual connection. And that person could come with a lot of baggage. And let me tell you how the universe works. The universe will let you play in the sand for a little bit. Just as if you was a little kid at the park and then your parents say, all right, it's time to go home now. When the universe is ready to clean house, it cleans house. As you may know from my number 227, the universe will usher a brand new paradigm, a brand new setting to your life to where you're not using your lower chakras. You're not using your lower self. You're forced to use your higher self. You got to think with your higher conscience, your higher mind. For example, I was trying to make the situation right with my ex-girlfriend and my side piece. Long story short, the side piece stalked me and my ex-girlfriend online, got all her old emails, tried to put me on blast, and overall, I was in a very bad place. I was in a very bad state of mind, just a very bad state altogether. And check this out. I found this to be very fascinating because I'm doing my research on myself as well. Even though I did wrong, I was so shocked that the universe still decided to protect me from this crazy entanglement or this crazy entanglement drama by blasting both my ex-girlfriend and my side piece with the angel number 227. And for a long time, I believed that even though I created this messed up situation, I do take responsibility for everything, that the angels wasn't going to help me out until I paid all my karmic debt or all the karma was paid out. It's so funny, and something special this time around happened to where the angels, the ascended masters, the spiritual guides, they stuck by me on this one. They kept giving me a heads up when something wrong or something was about to go really bad. I never had help from angels to this capacity that I'm aware of, to where they just shows up like, boom, the number 227 is here. And I was so shocked that the universe forgave me because I forgave myself. And the universe is trying to help me eliminate toxic people from my life. Even though I messed up and I'm sincerely sorry about the whole situation, the universe got this synchronistic power at the end of the day where they can cut people out your life, bring new people in your life, edit some events to help improve your life so you can get to your goal as fast as possible. Now, the universe will show you so many small steps or small signs and symbols to help you get out of a rut. So it's pretty much the law of perpetual transmutation. And the law of perpetual transmutation states that energy flows in you, through you, and out of you. The law of thermodynamics, or the first law of thermodynamics, states that energy cannot be destroyed. It only changes forms with time. Now, this energy that I once had, with these two women, it just shifted. And remember, angel numbers is also energy. Remember, numbers holds vibrations. Whenever you in a bad space or in a bad spot or a bad predicament, just notice the angels will always be with you. I never felt it and saw it to this degree until I turned this age, or until I was in this particular circumstance, which I'm 33 years old. They call that the consciousness of Christ when you make it to age 33, or when things start to go AWOL. So synchronicity has these tools or divine tools like an editing program. Like I say, it can cut people out your life. It can bring people in your life. It can show you signs and symbols and particular animals to lead you down the path of your greatness, the path of your purpose, so you can fulfill your goals. And before I close out this synchronicity point, I want to make one more reference to one of the laws of the universe, because synchronicity and the laws of the universe, they all go hand in hand. So whenever you having this energy cleanse, you are being tested by the law of relativity, which states that everybody has to go through particular trials and tribulations in their life just to see and just to strengthen the light within you. So if the light within you is strong, you can overcome any type of obstacle. Can't nothing hold you back. Yes, there's going to be challenges. Yes, there's going to be unforeseen adversaries. And that's going to be one of my videos that I'm going to come out with, because a lot of people don't believe that things come out of nowhere, right? And it's so crazy because you hear people say this all the time when they're about to get into a car accident. That car just came out of nowhere. Even though you have a close friend or somebody betrays you or things start off good and they just go bad. You're like, man, I couldn't see it. It came out of nowhere. Trust me, things can come out of nowhere. It's not like we're going to know or have 100% precognition and premonition all the time. So for those people who don't believe that things come out of nowhere, universe make things come out of nowhere. They want to test you. Everything's a test. They want to test the light within. The force within you must be strong. And I just wanted to throw that tab in before I move on to the next one. Now we on to the ninth sign of synchronicity, which is the synchronicity of quantum jumping. Now y'all may know of quantum jumping. It's this new trend that's going on YouTube where people doing the 2 cups and then they put a sticky note on both cups. One cup got your old reality and where you currently at, and then the new cup or the second cup, you write what you want to see or what you want to manifest in your new reality. And then you pour water in your current situation, which represents your current situation. Then you take that cup and then you pour the water into your new situation, then you drink it. So you got some water divination going on. But this synchronicity of quantum jumping is completely different. Now this goes back to my synchronicity of movement and moving in a directional or moving in a particular direction. So this is all based on when you make one particular choice, whether it's good or bad, that choice you make is going to jump you into a new timeline, to whereas things is not going to be the same as your previous timeline. So a simple but complex quantum jump is, just think about it. When you get ready to leave like your old job, you begin to lose all of your former coworkers, your former managers. Everybody you once knew don't even exist no more. They really do not exist no more. And then once you get your new job, you in a new space, you in a new energy, you in a brand new reality. You got a whole new HR department. You got better opportunities around good people with good vibe. You taking a different route to work. Things is completely different. So this is just one small example of synchronicity of quantum jumping to a better place. And it can go for a worse place. Like, let me give you an example. Now, if you break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, you're going to find yourself alone on a particular timeline. Things will not be the same as when y'all was a union. You're going to have to do everything and be by yourself for a little bit on this new timeline. Also, another example of synchronicity, or the synchronicity of quantum jumping, is just think about when you graduated from high school. You spent 4 years of high school with all these people, you know, your classmates, some you made friends with, some your enemies. The moment you get ready to go to college, it's an automatic shift. It's a quantum jump. You lose majority of the people. Like the Bible say, God kicked down a third of the angels. Same concept. You're going to lose all those people you went to high school with. Same thing goes to college. You know, I just graduated. The moment I graduated, man, everybody was behind me. I graduated much ahead of everybody else because I was far more accelerated. So this type of synchronicity is similar to the last one with energy cleansing. You can be getting signs and symbols to force you to quantum jump to a particular path or a particular timeline. And also, like I said, synchronicity is like the divine hands of God. It wants to put you in a new story. It's the Matrix. You're going to notice your reality starts to glitch. Like, for example, I wasn't expecting to get my new job at my new gym and me have this much freedom and independence. And in this new job, I have a whole bunch of free will to do what I want to do. And I can make whatever I want to make. As whereas my old job, everything is pretty much set in stone. So I pretty much was able to quantum jump into a new location by me putting that energy out there. And I just knew it. I had a particular feeling that I was going to land at my new job where there's going to be new opportunities. So that's all I want to say about the quantum jumping. I really want to get deep off into it, but I just wanted to give y'all a small taste of it. Just keep in mind that you can make one particular choice and then you can lose everybody. Just keep that in mind, whether it's good or bad. Like, one choice can push you to a whole new timeline. Like, everybody you once known or whoever you once knew, They won't even exist no more in this new timeline. So that's all I want to say for this video, man. Thank y'all for staying tuned. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all was able to soak up as much knowledge from this video as y'all did from the last video. I know I worked from a much macro scale compared to the last one. Was very micro. It was very minute in detail. Man, y'all stay blessed. Man, please subscribe. Drop me comments. Let's get some activity going on my page. Man, until next time, I'm going to see y'all in my next video. Peace.